All right, guys, today we're going to test the difference between the new Autotune 2026 and Autotune Pro. So let's hop straight into the DAW. I think I have Autotune on my voice right now, as a matter of fact. So let's turn that off. So basically the difference here, what people don't realize, these are two separate plugins. This is Autotune Pro 11 on the right, and Autotune, the new Autotune 2026 is on the left. So this gives you basic features, the retune features that everybody wants. So this will pretty much appeal to everybody. You pick a key, you pick your vocal range, and you pick your scale, your key and your scale. So you can also use their plugin called Auto Key to find the key of a song. I'm going to use a plugin called Scalar 2. So basically you just play your song and play the notes you hear in the song. Say record. And it will give us a key. So it tells us the key and the scale here, B flat minor. Very important to lock in the right scale. Don't just go by some website, okay, because it will be off a lot of times. So let's get a key. So B flat is also A sharp in this case, and then we want a minor scale type. There are more complex scales. You're rarely ever going to use these unless you're really advanced in music theory. Rarely are you ever going to use these, okay? So B flat minor. Okay, so you have everything you guys need. And what I'll do is I'll kind of freestyle on the mic, just melodies, and we're going to run it through. Now, it's important to keep on low latency mode when you guys are recording. High quality is for playback. So after you record, you can turn on high quality mode. But beforehand, as you're recording, keep it on low latency mode so you don't hear a delay when you guys record. We're going to keep it on modern mode here, and we're not going to mess with humanize or flex tune. We're just going to leave it on retune speed at whatever it is by default. So let's go record in real time a vocal idea here. And I'm freestyling the melody, by the way. So let's hit record. And let's also make sure it's arm for recording. Boom. Let's turn the mic on so we can hear it. And I can't hear anything, so let's go over here. All right, so that one is with the, what was it, 20 millisecond attack time. Now let's go back to Autotune 2026. Let's turn the retune speed all the way to 0. This is that robotic sound people talk about. However, sometimes it is used like for Future or for Yeet, some people like that. Now this beat isn't a Yeet beat, but let's hear what it sounds like on the lowest setting. All right, so I can barely even hear myself, so I'm gonna crank up the mic a little bit. But so let's hear the immediate difference between these two. I'm gonna set this to where we can not hear the mic right now. Boom. All right, now we're gonna hear take one. This is 20 milliseconds, or this on 20, I should say. Now again, we're recording. You don't have to hard boil your recordings into Autotune. If you click this drop down here where it says external input, you could actually say external input only. This means you can record and hear yourself through Autotune and FL Studio, but it won't hard boil it to the recording. That's usually what I do.
take it there. I just want the world to take it. I'm saying I just want the world to take it, but you really don't know till you really gon' go, you know. 2 phone calls and then one of us shows. I've been on a race and on the road. 2 guns up in the air, let them blow. Let them blow. 2 guns up in the air, let it go.
So that sounds a little natural. Now let's go to the 0 setting. Let's swap this out. Turn it all the way up. So this is
to get the wrong dogs on a Saturday. And then when the when you're riding away. In the arena, when it's down and way. So we can ride in. Run the zone, so we slide in. 2 hands on the phone, so we ride in. But it's hands on the phone, they can slide in.
So that one worked. So it gave me more of a Kanye vibe. So it's not that one is better than the other setting. It's just what kind of vibe are we going for? So if we're going for a more relaxed, natural vibe, 20 is pretty decent. If you guys, are singing pretty decently, that will be fine. So 0 is really for like if you're really just trying to get that Kanye or Future or Yeet type of expression out of your sound. It's not wrong to do 0. Some people even record their verse and then they slap Autotune on, like Lil Wayne or Future. And that's what creates that kind of like talky autotune. So that's a whole nother style as well. So there's no right or wrong way to use autotune, but this is pretty much what you would use it for, is just the tuning portion of autotune. Now, Autotune Pro 11 gives you a little bit more extra control. So you can control different keys, which keys you don't want in the autotune snap. So if your performance is more nuanced and you need those in-between keys, you could, manually do this. I'm not giving you guys a tutorial here, but they also have a graph mode, which basically is like Melodyne for people who understand what Melodyne is. You record in your audio and you can pitch correct individual notes inside of Autotune Pro. So this is really useful for people who are trying to sound more natural. And also too, the graph mode helps you snap notes to a scale so that it corrects to the right note. So this is just a great, I don't use it that much, but this is just a great tool to have in general. So that's the huge difference between Autotune Pro and the Autotune 2026. Now, another feature that people don't talk about is the Lil Yachty effect. So if you go here to the vibrato and turn this on sine mode, we can actually create that little, like, I took the walk to Poland, like that exaggerated vibrato. So that's from Autotune. So shout out to his engineer who even thought of that idea. So we're going to go to B flat minor and we're going to turn the retune speed all the way down. And basically, when you hold a note, it will kick in after a certain amount of time. So I think 500 milliseconds is the time here. It will kick in with vibrato, and it will create that, I took the walk to Poland type sound. So I'm going to boost my levels just a little bit so I can hear myself while I record. And we're going to do another take here. And I'm just going to be silly on the mic just to show you guys, the difference between Autotune Pro and Autotune regular in terms of everyday usage. Most people aren't going to use the graph mode unless you're like a dedicated engineer. Also too, they have a harmony player. I don't use this very much. I use the harmony engine. That's my favorite tool for that. The formant filter on here to me sounds very metallic. It doesn't sound that great. I would use something like, Vocal Bender is my favorite formant tool, or Melodyne just has a better formant control in my opinion. So let's go and record through Autotune Pro. Now, one more thing here, go to the settings. We're going to use low latency mode so that we can hear our voice in real time. Check, check, check.
I took the walk to Poland, to Poland. I took the walk. I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland.
I don't know why it's not doing vibrato right there. All right, so as you guys can see, we're being silly on that one, but you guys hear that that pole, and then it does that vibrato sound. So that's a unique thing you can only get from Autotune Pro, because Autotune, this one doesn't have any vibrato settings. I looked everywhere. I looked in the settings tab. I looked in, all the other tabs. It's just straightforward tuning, and they also have presets in here for different tuning styles, so you guys can, I guess, support creators who create different presets for Autotune. But this one's very just bare bones retune speed, the best in the business, for retuning. All right, now let's get into the take we just did with the vibrato on.
I took the walk to Poland, I took the walk. I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland.
Now, for some reason, it didn't work on the lower registers. I guess because I have this set to input, alto, and tenor, so that last note didn't catch the vibrato. But that is the unique thing you can get out of Autotune Pro. Again, shout out Lil Yachty for even bringing that concept to the market, because nobody used the vibrato that way. And Lil Yachty definitely gave us something interesting about Autotune. So outside of those uses, I mean, everything else is pretty much just like really advanced. It's not everyday use. So anything that I didn't touch in this video, it's for very specific use cases, and 99% of people don't use it for that specific thing. So I can't tell you which one to get, but I'll just say that Autotune Pro, the difference is that vibrato and the, what was it? What else did we do? I think that was pretty much it. The vibrato and just more control over the scale. And in Autotune 2026, this is just good for just everybody who wants that Autotune effect in general. This is just the go-to thing. I'm sure it's more affordable than the Autotune Pro. So you don't really need all the extras. Again, to get the best quality, you want to put it on high quality. But what that does is it adds a latency. So it's not good to record through high quality. It will cause a delay when you record. So you're going to be recording off time. So just keep this on low latency mode until you go to playback, and then you can do high quality mode. So it has more time to read the tuning of your vocals. All right, so that is pretty much it for today. Pretty simple video, but I wanted to compare the two. And subscribe if you're new. If you want to learn vocal mixing, go to busyworksbeats.com/premium. Peace out, guys.